It took me 42 weeks before I gave birth to my first baby. Yes, it may sound a surprise to you, but I'm one of those people who don't believe that the first time you're pregnant, a woman doesn't spend 9 months pregnant, because it's your first time and all that. Hey, I didn't get that experience, so I'm one of those people who say, no, it's not true. So I even reached an extent of asking a doctor one time, doctor, is it true? And the doctor told me, no, it's not true. Actually, most of you spend all the 9 months pregnant, even during the first baby, even for your first baby. But the problem comes because of excitement. You count fast. You want them to run, like you want the months to run. So you're like, I'm before you're even two months, you're like, I'm 2 months. Before you're 3, you say I'm 4. Yeah. So the doctor says most of you spend all the 9 months. Yeah, and I was like, yes, Munang. I thought, I'm not alone. At least now I know I am not abnormal. But I'm that person who goes past 40 weeks when I'm pregnant from my first baby. And actually, what has always helped me is I keep calm through the process. I'm not these kinds of parents, moms, that during pregnancy, because your EDD, then you begin panicking. Oh, the doctor told me I'm supposed to give birth on 18th May, but now it's 20th May. I think I should go for a C-section. I'm not that kind of mom. Even if the scan told me you're going to give birth on 1st of May and I reach 20th of May, I'll be calm. I know whoever if God decided I'll give birth to this child, I give birth to the child. So I'll keep calm. Most of us women cause ourselves the C-sections because we panic. We panic a lot. When your expected date of delivery that the scan gave you reaches, you feel the baby is overly old. I am not supposed to be pregnant. The days have gone. I'm worried. I don't know what to do. You even get high blood pressure. And before you know it, you're swelling, you're gaining a lot of weight in the shortest time possible. And before you know it, the doctors make a decision. We have to cut the baby out. When you could have pushed. So my darling mothers, I'm one of those mothers telling you now, my first baby, 42 weeks and some days I gave birth. And I was relaxed through it all. The only complication I think I was having is, you're having something heavy inside you and you feel you're tired. So every time you lie, you feel, now getting up. And then getting up, you feel, that's the only thing I have. But me, I wish I could share my strength with you, pregnant women. I think we could be having very, very few C-section moms because most of us cause it because of the panic we put ourselves into, because of the pressure we put ourselves on during that process or during that time when you think your baby is past the due date. Munange, I came here to give you my first goal, to end my story of my first baby. I used to exercise. I used to do everything they could tell me. Everyone thinks they have the right knowledge about pregnancy and they will tell you, you do this during pregnancy. You do this kind of exercises. You do this. You take these herbs. You do. You're not doing this, then you have problems. If you're not exercising, you have problems. So I used to work in Mango Toto. There was some containers there. There was a boutique and I used to work with a friend. And this friend of mine, she's called Rita. She had a mom in US. God rest her soul peacefully. She passed on. She used to send clothes from US, those designer clothes, and we used to have a shop there. So instead of our borders coming for us, I'm talking 11 years back. Actually, the girl is making 12 soon, so I'm talking 12 years back. So instead of our borders coming to pick us from the shop, we could walk. Mango from Total, then you go past the hospital, Mango Hospital, then you come here on Balintuma Road where Andeja University is, then you slop, then we could slop up to Sapolo, up to Makere, there. That's where the border could come for me. Why? Because I wanted to exercise. I wanted to flex during child labor. I wanted to just do a hey, and the baby comes out jumping, shouting hallelujah. And I thank that girl because she was really helpful. Bambi, she could work with me, and she had a boyfriend who could come. He was called Isma, so we could work together from that side. Yeah, if the people who know that road, from Totomengo to Sapolo, we used to walk because I wanted to give birth normally. That is how desperate I was to give birth normally. I really desperately wanted to push my baby. So we walked throughout the months of pregnancy. I used to have that exercise. And even where I used to stay, it was a hill, and sometimes my brother could come late to pick me. So if I could make a call and he's not yet there, after taking my breakfast, I could walk. I could walk, and it could be like a kilometer in the morning. Yeah, like a kilometer in the morning. And I think it helped me. The only problem I think is I keep having these the stitches. Yeah, the babies always tear me down there, and I get the stitches. But at least I'm energetic when that time comes for pushing. So that girl Munangi, she's a miracle baby. She's a miracle girl. She's blessed, and I named her Mokisa because she's a blessing to me. I was like, she made me a mom first and foremost. Then life changed. The moment I got her, it changed. You know, when you become a mom, you become responsible. You start seeing life in a different way and all that, you know. Yeah, and I thank God he gave me the courage and strength to take her on even when I wasn't with the dad. Because remember, in the first episode of that first pregnancy of mine, I told you, I had told the dad it's over before finding out I'm pregnant. So that first pregnancy, what else have I not told you about it? Did I tell you I used to eat a lot? Hey, I used to eat everything that passes. I used to really eat, but I never used to gain weight. I was in one, you have one shape. It's only the stomach that's increasing, but you eat. I used to eat. What else have I forgotten to tell you about that pregnancy? What? The day I went to push, then it's going to be, the day I went to push, I don't spend a lot of time during labor. I don't spend a lot of time having those pains. When they start, the pain is really too much, but then it's really short. I can have that pain like for 2 hours, then I push for 1 hour. I can have it, let's say, because I started getting the labor pains, it was at night, and I was reading a book, and I was like, I had gone back to my mom because I expected the baby anytime. So when I felt some kind of sharp pain, I was like, could that be stomach ache or something? Because it was my first pregnancy, I didn't even know how labor pains are. But then it could spend some time. Then I could feel it again. Then in the morning, I waited for my dad to leave. Then I told my mom, I'm feeling some kind of pain. Then my mom told me, how do you feel it? Then she told me, I explained, and she told me, oh, those are labor pains. But they're still testing to see how they're going to come. My mom is funny. Then she told me, but what you're going to do, you're going to go to hospital so that they tell you when they expect the baby. I went, and they told me, oh, did you come with your things? You're going to give birth at 7 p.m. And they told me that it was around 2. I told them I didn't come with my things. Let me go for the things. I went back home. I ate food. I watched Akazanyo. I remember why it was Shiri, that time of Shiri, I think. Then I went. It was really too much. This video is really long. I'll give you a third episode.